Okay, what about a girl?
Girls can do what they want. They can have as many bodies as they want.
What about you? What's your personal beliefs on that?
I would like to not exceed 25 before I get married.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at men refusing to deal with single mothers. Let's jump right into it.
Confessions of a Single Mama 3, let's do it. Y'all really just be broke out here, huh? I'm talking to the men right now. Let me put you on, buddy. If you're interested in a woman and she says something like, I'm going to get my nails done tomorrow, how hard is it for you to be like, okay, I'm gonna send you $100? Do you not have $100 to spare? The most she'll spend is $30 if you order her some food to her house. Order her some food to her work. I'm trying to put you on game. Like, you need to listen to me.
If $100 isn't a lot of money for nails, then of course she should have no problem paying for it herself, but let's be honest, she'd lose her mind if she had to do that.
Like, it actually grosses me out whenever I tell a man that I'm talking to, I'm going to get my lashes done, and the only words out of his mouth are, well, let me see a picture when you're done. How about you send me $75 to pay for it? $75 is pocket change. Why are you not offering to pay for that? Especially since you want a photo of it afterward. Look, I'm gonna just start dating the women for you guys since y'all suck at it. Like, women want to be taken care of first and foremost. I don't care what anyone says, like, being taken care of is the most attractive thing for a woman.
And the most attractive thing to a man is probably a woman who doesn't make demands of his wallet instantaneously or in general.
Telling me that you talk to a woman and you're not calling her, you're just literally using your little thumbs to text? Are you 12 years old? You guys, I can't deal with this. Like, y'all are just so annoying to me. Some of you are rolling your eyes being like, women just want to take our money. You just want to take our body? And what? Like, on facts. I don't know. Y'all are weird.
It's interesting how she didn't deny the accusation that she just wants to use men for money. I see no reason to date these women at all. They should be lonely for the rest of their lives.
Own people, dude. My 16-year-old just found out that his dad isn't his real dad anymore because of my bitter sister. She claims it's for his own good. But in what way is that for his own good? When I found out I was pregnant with my son, I made the logical choice to pick the father that made the most money. His real dad was working at McDonald's for like $8.25 an hour. I don't want that as a man. He was just one of my hoes, and that was that. And I got pregnant, and so I picked the richer dad. And
imagine finding out that your mother has been lying to you about who your real father is.
although the richer dad didn't take care of him and hasn't been around, he does pay child support, and he pays a lot, and it pays for a majority of my rent. Well, my sister never liked that, and I finally let her have my son thinking I could trust him. And she tells my son and confides in him that his dad isn't his real dad. And now he went and found his real dad behind my back with my sister. And they are all trying to fight and get my son taken away from me. My son doesn't want to live in my house. We haven't talked in 3 days. I think it's the most miserable thing a person can ever do is ruin some shit like that.
I think the most miserable thing you can ever do is just lie to your own children just so that you can get money. How insane is that?
You put me in such an uncomfortable situation.
I picked the right choice. Now who's going to pay my bills now? Because now they also told that the guy that's been on child support all these years, and he's trying to come after me and sue me for all the money he's been paying. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I didn't do...
He should totally get every dime back from her. This woman isn't a mother. She's literally a con artist at this point.
30 years? All this time, you believe this young girl was your daughter?
Yes, ma'am. And I've been 4 to 5 years in jail, and it gets rough.
4 to 5 years in jail.
Yes, ma'am.
For unpaid child support.
Yes, ma'am.
For a young woman that calls you and then says, some family member told me you may not even be my biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
You actually have a court date tomorrow.
So she ruined that man's life by sending him to jail over a child that might not even be his. Let that sink in for a second.
1:30 tomorrow afternoon.
Concerning the child support for this young woman that you're still behind on.
Yes, ma'am.
You could be thrown back in jail again for being behind, and yet you still don't know whether you're her biological father.
True, I don't know if I'm her dad or not.
Have you ever been arrested for anything else besides this child support issue?
Never, ma'am. Nothing.
Just getting behind in child support.
It's insane how he has been behind bars for 5 years over child support. That is absolutely messed up to me.
Yes, ma'am, that's it. It's the only time I've ever been in jail.
What were your revelations?
I counted back months. I was like, wait a minute. There's a month or two here that I wasn't even down there and she's supposed to be pregnant at this time.
You started doing some math and you felt like it didn't add up.
Yes, ma'am.
You said, well, the window of conception would have been around this time, and
Yes, ma'am, exactly.
this may or may not be mine. As it pertains to the paternity of Ms. Brandy Lapine. Ms. Lapine, Mr. Richard Lapine is not your biological father.
It's impossible to imagine the amount of betrayal and heartbreak he's going through right now.
He wanted the DNA test. You know that that's your kid. I will never give you a DNA test. That's not going to happen. Because I know of course not.
But if he's asking for it.
I will not go it. I did my research. I will never, ever give him a DNA test. You will need to take.
Body count's 11, and no, it doesn't matter. Unless it's like excessively high.
Why do all girls say it doesn't matter though? Because it obviously matters to a point. There's got to be a point where you're like, all right, nah.
That's what I'm saying. If it's like...
So where's your cutoff point? When you're like,
I'd say like
down.
40 for a guy.
Body count absolutely does matter, and that doesn't change just because she feels like it shouldn't actually matter.
Okay, what about a girl?
Girls can do what they want. They can have as many bodies as they
What
want.
about you? What's your personal beliefs on
I would like to not exceed 25 before I get married.
When do you plan on getting married?
I don't know. I'm not even anywhere close to a relationship, so I can't.
She can't say that she's above the rules when she's trying to enforce the exact same rule on men.
Men didn't exist, there'd be no war, there'd be fewer crimes, there'd be less violence, there'd be fewer billionaires.
It strikes me as funny that the majority of individuals that make this type of content that think that the world would be so much better without men are obviously not students of history or the human condition.
There'd be less homelessness, there'd be equal pay, there'd be less oppression, there'd be less poverty, there'd be universal health care. All the money used to fund the military would instead contribute to free education.
Sadly, it is often the most uninformed individuals that often speak the loudest.
And affordable housing, livable wages, and environmental efforts.
She's honestly trying to say that because we exist, there is no universal healthcare.
Period products would be free, there'd be no need for birth control and all of its side effects, there'd be no need for women's rights or Me Too movements.
It's amazing how blind a person can be when they actually believe that men are the root of all evil, and seemingly they don't think that women can do any wrong.
There'd be no abortion debate, toilet seats would never be left up, there'd be more self-love, there'd be less body shaming.
What? More self-love and less body shaming if men didn't exist? Yeah, it doesn't seem like they've experienced much of reality, because in my experience, it's usually women that do the most of that, not men. But again, let's go on.
How is it that men can be blamed for that when women ignore the vast majority of those men?
The world in general would be safer, cleaner, and more comfortable. Land would be shared, not stolen. There'd be less hate, and there'd be less fear. Let me know if I missed anything, and try telling me that I'm wrong.
A person doesn't really actually have to try that hard to point out how egregiously incorrect it is to say that half of the human population does all the wrong, while the other half can do nothing wrong. I'll just leave that there.
She's not only completely wrong, she's also ignorant to an incredibly hateful degree.
Huh? A few years ago, my oldest daughter had to take a DNA test for school just to figure out ancestry. During the DNA test, she came to me very, very sad because apparently me and her were not related. I was like, huh? When she told me this, I had to keep a straight face because the immediate shock was just wild. Then I decided to go with her to get a paternity test done. When we got the paternity test done, it was also concluded that I was not her father.
The amount of pain that both of them must have felt after that must just be off the charts.
At this point, I was shocked. I've had 4 kids with my wife, and she was the oldest, and I needed to see how far this rabbit hole went. I told her to not let her mother know that we know this information, and then I went to my next oldest child. Not mine. I went to the one below that. Not mine. And then I decided to stop there because the youngest child is so young that this may directly affect them, and they don't really understand what's going on anyway. So I didn't even want to go into that rabbit hole, but when I got the information, I immediately was like, let me go talk to my wife about this.
You have to give that guy credit for wanting to spare his youngest that amount of pain.
So, like always, she didn't take responsibility or any type of accountability, and she said, how are you going to believe your wife over these tests? I was like, are you serious? Are you like, for real? Like, is this really where you're gonna go with this? Then she starts crying profusely and saying it was only one time. I didn't mean to do it. And I was like, it was only one time. Hey. And then I showed her that each one of the children aren't mine, with the exception of the youngest, as so I think.
Even if it was, only one time, that is one time too many. It forgives absolutely nothing.
That's when it dawned on me that it was one time, multiple times. And then when we looked, each one of the children had different baby fathers. And somehow that made it even worse, because it wasn't just one person you was cheating on me with. This is a habitual thing with multiple different people that you probably don't know about. And I'm taking care of their kids. They're my kids. I've raised each and every one of them from a super young age, and they stood by me through this whole situation. But to think that she's not who she said she was.
And she would gladly have kept him paying for everything if he didn't know the truth.
Because up until that situation, I thought we had a great marriage. I thought we had a great life. I thought everything was going good. I thought that we were building together and already have built together. She is a stay-at-home mom that works on things that she wants to do. She takes care of the kids. She cooks. She cleans. She does everything that's needed inside of the relationship with me. Yet she didn't tell me that she wanted to go outside of the marriage. She didn't tell me that she wanted to do anything. Anyway, after finding out the information and getting her side of the story, I let her know I would need a couple of space.
Her choices completely destroyed his life, but at least he's trying to keep the kids safe.
It says I'm not the father of a 5-year-old son and that 7-year-old daughter. How's that even possible? How's that possible? Yeah, wake up.
First of all, don't ever wake me up.
No.
Secondly,
what you're about to do is open that goddamn paper up. What I'm going to tell you right now is this. You and your mother and these 2 kids. I don't give a
tell me this
about because I just opened it.
You know what?
You, your mom,
and
these 2 kids.
You said you ain't the father.
I'm not the father
of
these 2 children. Both of them. Both of them. You out of here. You, your mom's, and them out of here. Y'all out of here. Out.
Redo that.
Out.
It's funny how she's trying to gain the upper hand by acting like she's tough here, but it's not going to work at all.
I don't know. Yet. I'm not sure.
I'm just going to say that applies to every adult. That applies to me.
Yeah,
yet.
I don't know what I'm doing. Yet.
My business hasn't gotten traction. Yet. No one's picked up my book proposal. Yet.
Yes.
I haven't found my soulmate. Yet. Everything is yet.
The power of yet.
The power of yet only works for women. If dudes tried to say that, women would rip into them immediately.
I was sleeping with around the time I got pregnant.
Merry Christmas.
What is it?
You'll see.
Medical papers? What is this?
Yeah, whose baby is that?
Yours.
Look, read the paper. 0% relation.
Yeah, do you really want to do this now?
Is there a better time for you?
It's Christmas.
I don't care. You think I'm gonna buy your kid Christmas presents?
Well, we're married, so this is legally your child right now.
Yeah, no, it's not.
She said that so coldly. We're married, so the kid is legally yours. That is so messed up and evil.
I knew I shouldn't have signed the birth certificate. You're not getting any child support out of me.
No, you are, because you signed the birth certificate.
No, that's court records right there. That's not my kid.
No,
Yeah.
this is getting shredded and put in the trash.
I'll get another
No,
one. Who's the father?
I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was you.
She's trying to make it about money and not about her own child. That just makes the whole thing even worse. I swear half the time these quote-unquote mothers don't even care about their own children.
So what's your sign?
So I'm looking for someone who's also financially stable and not has to work a 9 to 5 every day to live their life.
You have to have at least 3 cars under your name. Your second car has to have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. So I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you? I'm gonna bring my kids, and you need to have enough space for my kids. So
just my finances.
I think the good news here is that at least these women raise their red flags high enough to be seen by literally everybody.
up naturally before 6 a.m.? No, that's not the reason. I work up 7 days a week? No. I have way too many hobbies? No. I don't watch TV? No. I expect direct it? No. Inconsistency gives me? No. If someone hurts or disrespects me, I quietly put? No. I'm a lover girl to a foot? No. I have a zero tolerance policy for hot and cold? No. I don't entertain cat and mouse games? No. If you spend a lot of time with me, I will convince you that you're capable of everything you've ever dreamed of. How could that be a no? I read you like a book? No. I'm in a different country at least once per quarter. Okay, there we go. Now you're saying the truth. Yeah, that's a massive red flag. I am expensive. Oh, so you're a gold digger. You saved the last two for the actual reason that most men don't want to entertain a 30-year-old expensive woman. Oh, it's because I have a lot of hobbies. No, it's because you're a gold digging.
If she lists out the reasons why men don't want to date her, then I think we already know why she is single.
I genuinely believe that every single woman deserves to receive $10,000 a month from her husband, from her boyfriend, whoever you're with, just for him to show his appreciation for you.
$10,000 a month for appreciation. Right.
And I think that is a standard that all men should be held to.
Of course they do. It's always those that seem to have excess money that are always very free with everyone else's. But it kind of makes a person wonder, what about those individuals that necessarily can't afford that $10,000 a month?
And what exactly is the man supposed to be getting in exchange for giving her $10,000 a month exactly?
As a man, if you cannot hold yourself to that standard, then you should not be dating at all, honestly. I mean, you're just not financially ready to provide. You're not ready to be in the scene.
The scene. Indeed. And for those who haven't done the math yet, that comes to approximately 120,000 American dollars per year just to, in some cases, just date some of these women.
And even more importantly, you're just not ready to get married yet.
There is nothing classier, after all, than someone with a classist mentality. But gentlemen, here's a reminder. A woman that genuinely cares about you is going to want you to invest your money in something that is important, long-lasting, and for the future, not just to spend it on them.
She's talking about a monthly allowance. That is something parents give to their children. And again, right, all these women will say, oh, I don't want to be a mother to no man. But then they expect you to essentially be their father.
When I started dating my boyfriend, he literally asked me, Liz, are you seeing other people? I'm like, yes, I'm dating other people.
You should be lucky to breathe the same air as me. Honestly, you guys are beneath me. Walk away.
Just don't be afraid to ask men for things. Like, men are literally not afraid to ask us for anything. They will ask you to take your clothes off in 2 seconds, so it doesn't matter. Ask them, give me money.
Girl, that just focus on yourself. And if you want to date other people. Why are you only dating one person? I don't get it. Like, why is literally one person your only option?
I do not sit at empty tables. I sit at tables that are full. I don't need to bring anything else than my presence, my personality, who I am, and my beauty. I sit there and that's good enough for the guy.
The biggest hobby for single women seems to be just going online and trying to keep other women single.
You can look all you want, you're not getting a Porsche.
You know what? I am getting a Porsche, and I'm tired of you trying to tell me I'm not going to get one.
Okay, we've talked about this before. If you get a Porsche, I will leave you.
Oh, I will leave you. I will like you to leave. That's why I'm getting one.
When she says, oh, we discussed this, what she actually means is that she told him no, and that was that. How disgusting. Make sure you click on one of the videos on screen now to watch more if you liked today's video. Don't forget to take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.